Hello, this is a video on picking. I wanted to talk to you today about picking and acne. This blog post is focusing on the different types of acne there are, the severity of acne, and also how our behaviors contribute to acne in general, because even throughout our progression in trying to get to healthier skin, sometimes what happens is we get in there and we just dig around, and it can have these bad or negative effects on the skin's natural healing process. So I think that if I show you some images and talk a little bit about understanding acne better, then maybe we can try and address the picking factor. So I wrote a blog post on different types of acne. There's acne that could be caused from hormones, cystic acne. This is the kind of acne that's usually along the chin or the jawline and that never comes to a head, which means it never comes to the surface of the skin. And that is generally hard to treat from the surface because it's staying down there and that infection's down below. So that's usually when doctors prescribe something internal, whether it's birth control or Accutane, and naturopaths or other types of health practitioners, herbalists would prescribe something internal, a diet or a lifestyle kind of treatment practice. There's other types of acne that is more surface level, like there's the blackheads, the whiteheads, general kind of irritations here. And then there's two other types of acne. There's a kind that's caused by a reaction, so maybe the ingredients that we're putting on our skin from our skincare to our cosmetics. I just had a conversation the other day with somebody who was allergic to citrus, and turns out there was citrus in one of the main products that she was using every single day, and that was causing a reaction. Similarly, there's also acne that is caused by picking. When we take our little hands here, our little grabbers, and we stick them and rub them around on our face, it can either move infection around or increase the irritation that's there. Similarly, the same thing can happen if we exfoliate repeatedly. You know, often we think we're breaking out, let's exfoliate it off, let's get to that new skin, but sometimes that can be aggravating the issue and be causing eczema. So if you are dealing with acne, one good first step is to do the face mapping technique. This can generally try and help you classify what type of area, if it is internal, really again addressing that pelvic floor and any type of hormonal issues. Ask yourself the severity. You know, is this happening every day? Like, is it just getting worse and worse and worse every day and to the point where it's now been 3 months? Or is this just something that comes up on your period? Because these are very different types of acne issues and should be addressed differently. And, you know, it's normal to break out or have changes in your skin once a month because of your period or because of the hormones that are happening in the body. And that is something that we need to be okay with and supportive of as a community and socially. But I'm going to move on because I'd like to keep this video nice and quick. Is just talk about the types of acne and how it forms. So which image is going to be best for you? I'll start with this one. So this is a picture that I have of your skin cell, or your skin. So this is the hair follicle here. And here is your sebaceous gland. So this is a gland that's connected to your hair follicle that secretes oil. This is a normal part of our human function. It secretes oil. And this oil up here helps to keep allergens and toxins and bacteria away, but it also keeps water in because our body is mostly water. And by having a top layer of skin that is lipid loving, this helps to repel and keep the water in. But as well, bacteria, fungus, and allergens, they can't get through. So this sebum is a natural part of the skin's natural process. But sometimes if the hormones are out of balance, or if we eat things like dairy that can increase the amount of production of the sebum in the sebaceous gland, we can overproduce the sebum, and this can become clogged. Now, if this top follicle becomes clogged, what can happen, I'll show you this one first. What can happen is the hair follicle can break off, and then oh, here it is. The hair follicle can break off, and then the sebaceous glands can get infected. Bacteria gets in here, or the bacteria gets down here, and then the white blood cells attack the infection. And this is what comes up to a little pimple here. So this is what generally we're popping, but when you pop this, more bacteria can get in and this infection can just continue. And then once we have this irritation down here at a deeper level, it's really easy to spread it around. So that leads me to the different types of acne. So here is the hair follicle. A whitehead is generally when that hair follicle breaks off, the infection comes up and it comes to a head, a surface, but still there's a layer of skin on top. So you see you've got to break that layer of skin. A blackhead is called an open comedone. So that's when there is no skin over top. It's just that open kind of porous infection. And then here we've got a deeper kind of cystic acne where it's at a much deeper level. And you can see that the infection might be spreading, and then here's the pus. So the white blood cells waste, and then you have to pop it. But this is, see how this can spread here, the infection all along. So sometimes if we muck around in here, this can actually increase the infection that's happening. Okay, so that's all I was going to say about how to identify different types of acne. I can show you right there. I did it myself. It is so hard not to pick, okay? Even as somebody who is the founder of this skincare company, I still struggle with this problem. But I think the more we can talk about it, and the more we can understand the education behind it, and the more that we can, for me anyways, see and feel the repercussions. What was nothing? Nothing at all. No zit, maybe just a really small blackhead, something that could have gone away on its own. Instead, I got in there and I made it a scar or an infection for a week and a half longer. So really understanding when you ask yourself or myself, are you acne prone? Do you suffer from acne on a regular basis? Are we making this something that's continuing itself? Is your skin trying to heal itself? Or is there actually a condition there that we want to treat either through topical skincare or through internal lifestyle changes? But knowing that we might be contributing to the healing process or taking away from it is important. So if you have any questions about picking, let me know. And if you have any tricks or tips on how to not pick, let me know. And I will share that to the world and give you credit, because that is just so awesome. So let's do this together and let's learn more about the skin and the acne and how to better help the skin in its healing process rather than pick and maybe make an issue that's happening there. And psychologically, what's happening, right? So thank you very much, and let me know what you thought. Cheers.